Graphic design at its core is visual communication, but that core now branches into many distinct areas of practice. There was a time when graphic design was easier to define. Print was dominant. Posters, books, newspapers, packaging. Visual communication existed within a smaller set of media. Today, that landscape is very different. Communication happens across print, digital platforms, motion, interactive interfaces, environmental spaces, data systems, and more. As media has evolved, so too has graphic design, and with that evolution has come increased specialization. To say you want to become a graphic designer is a starting point, but it doesn't yet define direction, because contemporary graphic design spans a wide range of specialized disciplines, from branding to packaging, from editorial to digital interfaces, from motion to environmental graphics, and from typography to information systems. Each requires its own mindset, its own tools, its own creative focus. And while all of them sit within visual communication, mastering any one of them takes time, depth, and deliberate practice. So in this video, we're going to explore the key areas of graphic design so you can better understand what paths exist within the industry and perhaps begin to see which one resonates with you the most. So what are the key areas within graphic design? Well, at the center of everything is graphic design itself, also referred to as visual communication. But surrounding that core are multiple areas of specialization, each requiring its own mindset, its own tools, and its own skill set. I like to visualize this as a flower. At the base are the visual elements and design principles. They are the foundation which every job specification will contain and revolve around. Everything grows from there. At the center sits graphic design, the discipline of visual communication, and around that center are the specializations, the petals. Each petal represents a direction you can grow into. Now, it's important to understand something. You are not expected to master all of them. In fact, you won't. Early in your career, especially during study, you're likely to explore many of these areas. You'll experiment, you'll test your strengths, and you'll discover what resonates with you. Over time, as you gain experience, you will naturally begin to gravitate towards one or two areas. That shift doesn't usually happen immediately. It happens through exposure, practice, preference, and opportunity. Some designers remain versatile, others become highly specialized. In my own experience, over the past several years, I have increasingly focused on logo identity and branding. Those areas complement each other, they build on similar thinking, and they align with my strengths and interests. And that's often how specialization happens. Not by force, but by alignment. So let's take a look at each key area in a bit more detail and see how they can relate to each other. So let's begin with editorial and publication design. This is one of the oldest forms of visual communication within graphic design. Its roots stretch back to the early days of print. It may be one of the older specializations, but it remains one of the most common and foundational areas of graphic design today. And over the past decade, it has evolved significantly into the digital space. Publication design focuses on structured layout and long-form communication. Here, clarity and hierarchy are everything. You are organizing information across multiple pages, ensuring readability, consistency, rhythm, and flow. Unlike advertising, which aims to capture attention quickly, publication design is about sustained engagement. It's about guiding the reader through information in a clear and deliberate way. Traditionally, this meant print formats such as books, magazines, annual reports, brochures, and catalogs. But today, publication design also extends into digital environments, including eBooks, digital publications, digital presentations, interactive PDFs, and online reports. The medium may have evolved, but the principles remain the same: strong typography, clear structure, and intentional hierarchy. If you enjoy organizing information, working with grids and systems, and building coherent layouts across multiple pages, publication design remains one of the most transferable and enduring specializations in graphic design. It connects naturally to information design, branding, and digital interface design. Next, we have packaging design. Packaging design focuses on how products are contained, protected, and presented to the world. This is where graphic design meets physical form. You're not just designing a label, you're thinking about structure, materials, texture, and how something feels in someone's hand. Here you have to consider shelf presence, durability, production constraints, sustainability, and how the brand translates across different formats. You might design product boxes, bottles, labels, and retail packaging systems. It's a blend of 2D and 3D thinking. If you enjoy tactile design, structural thinking, and seeing your work physically manufactured, packaging can be incredibly rewarding, closely connected to branding and surface design. Next, we have logo identity design. Now, logo identity design is about distillation. Your task is to represent a company, product, or organization in its simplest and most recognizable visual form. Now, a logo may look simple, but the thinking behind it rarely is. It requires research, concept development, refinement, and strategic clarity. Here you're solving the problem of recognition, memorability, and differentiation. You might create logo marks, word marks, monograms, or icon systems. If you enjoy refining ideas down to their purest visual expression, logo identity can be a powerful area to specialize in. It often overlaps with branding. Next, we have branding. Branding expands beyond a logo. It's about building a full visual identity system. Here, you're developing a consistent language that works across multiple touchpoints, from digital platforms to printed material to environmental spaces. Branding involves understanding tone, personality, audience, positioning, and long-term consistency. You might design visual identity systems, brand guidelines, stationery, merchandise, event branding, or property marketing campaigns. If you enjoy creating cohesive visual worlds and defining how something feels and behaves visually, branding is a strong path. It often connects to publication, packaging, and surface design. Next, we have graphic illustration. Graphic illustration within design focuses on creating bespoke visuals that enhance communication. Now, this is not character animation or narrative art. It's visual storytelling used to strengthen brand identity or clarify information. You might create icon sets, infographic visuals, poster artwork, custom lettering, pattern elements, or 3D assets. This area allows you to inject personality into design systems. If you enjoy drawing, experimenting visually, and creating custom artwork, graphic illustration could be your focus. This one often supports branding and surface design. Next, we have marketing and campaign design. Marketing and campaign design focuses on persuasion. This is where design meets messaging. The goal is not just clarity, but impact. You're creating visuals that attract attention, communicate quickly, and influence behavior. Whether that means generating sales, building awareness, or launching something new, campaign design often begins with a central idea, a concept, a message that can be translated across multiple platforms. You might design social media campaigns, digital advertisements, print ads, billboards and large-scale outdoor advertising, posters and transit graphics, launch visuals, brand activations. This area can exist in fast-paced agency environments where adaptability and speed matter. But it can also involve big concept-led advertising that appears across cities, in public spaces, and across multiple media channels. Unlike publication design, which focuses on structured information, campaign design is about attention and persuasion. If you enjoy bold ideas, strong messaging, and seeing your work at scale, marketing and campaign design can be a powerful path. It naturally overlaps with branding, motion graphics, and environmental design. Next, we have environmental spatial design. This area focuses on graphics within physical environments. This is where graphic design moves beyond the page or screen and becomes integrated into architecture and space. Here, you're designing at scale, considering how people move through environments and how visual communication guides them. This area combines clarity, system thinking, and spatial awareness. You might design wayfinding systems, exhibition graphics, museum installations, retail environments, event branding and large-scale signage, and public information systems. When working at this scale, you must consider visibility, legibility from a distance, material application, lighting conditions, and how graphics interact with physical structures. If you enjoy seeing your work embedded into real-world environments and influencing how people navigate physical space, environmental design can be a powerful and tangible path. It overlaps naturally with branding and publication systems. Next, we have type design. Now, type design is the craft of creating typefaces and custom lettering systems. This is a specialized discipline that requires precision, patience, and deep understanding of typography. You're not just choosing fonts, you're constructing them, designing the shapes, spacing, rhythm, and character of letters from scratch. You might create original font families, custom corporate typefaces, hand lettering systems, or display types for campaigns. Type design sits at the intersection of art and engineering. Every curve, weight, and proportion must be considered. If typography fascinates you at a structural level and you enjoy detail-oriented craft, this can become a lifelong focus. It often overlaps with branding and graphic illustration. Next, we have web, UI, and UX design. Now, this focuses on digital interfaces and user experience. Here, you're shaping how digital products look, feel, and function visually. While developers handle the code, you design the interface and the experience. You consider usability, navigation, interaction, accessibility, and visual consistency. You might design websites, apps, interactive platforms, and digital dashboards. If you enjoy digital problem solving and thinking about how people interact with systems, this is a highly prominent and growing area. This one overlaps with information design. Next, we have motion graphics. Motion graphics brings static design to life. Instead of designing only for still images, you're working with time, movement, and rhythm. Motion graphics enhances communication through animation. You might create animated typography, logo animations, social media motion posts, infographic animations, and video presentation assets. Now, this area requires understanding pacing, sequencing, and visual storytelling. If you enjoy movement and dynamic visual experiences, motion graphics can add another dimension to your design skill set. Next, we have information design. Now, this area focuses on making complex information clear. You're turning data, research, and detailed content into structured visual communication. You might create infographics, annual reports, data visualizations, complex diagrams, and strategic documents. This discipline requires analytical thinking as much as visual sensitivity. If you enjoy organizing complexity and bringing clarity to dense information, information design is an incredibly valuable area. This one overlaps with publication and digital interface design. And finally, we have surface design. Now, surface design focuses on creating patterns, textures, and decorative systems. These designs are often applied to physical products or spaces, adding tone, atmosphere, and distinct visual identity. You might design textile patterns, wallpapers, packaging textures, and branded pattern systems. If you enjoy creating repeatable visual systems and experimenting with form and motif, surface design can be a strong niche. This one connects to branding and packaging. So as you can see, graphic design is not a single lane, it's a landscape. Early in your career, you explore, you experiment, and you test your strengths across different areas. Over time, patterns begin to emerge. You start to notice what holds your attention, what challenges you in the right way, and what you naturally want to refine. And that's usually the beginning of direction. Graphic design gives you the foundation. Specialization gives you focus and fulfillment. So take a moment to reflect which of these areas generally excites you, because more often than not, that spark is the first sign of where you're meant to grow. So if you liked what you saw in this video and want to take a closer look in your own time, check out my Learn Graphic Design ebook, a fully interactive, highly visual guide designed to help you build confidence and master the fundamentals of design. Packed with over 300 pages of essential design theory, practical guidance, templates, video content, and real-world examples from professional designers, this ebook provides university-grade education at an accessible price. This is your complete learning path to becoming a confident designer. And best of all, it's a one-time purchase with unlimited future updates. To learn more and get your copy today, check out the link in the description.